Hi Dan, Paul from AutoVolt. Just make another wee video just to show you how easy it is for you to fit our relay that we're selling with the AutoVolt systems. So yeah, starting into it. This here, my car is 2022 PX3 Ford Ranger. Sorry about the traffic in the background, live near main road. So yeah, this is how it is in mine. I can't, I assume it's going to be like this in other ones, but anyway, this is how I did it. If you've got the same car as me, it's a wee quick how-to. So going round to the battery itself, okay, we've got our wiring loom all out, our relay loom, sorry, all out. We've got a wee cover here on the battery. It just, you stick your nail into this bit and that'll just pull up, so that lets you into the life of the battery. We have our relay here, okay, so if you look round behind the fuse box here, there is, if I can get my head in, there's two bolts down there. So we've got this one here, sorry, two threads with a 10mm nut on them. So we've got this one here, and then we've also one down in, can't see it, down in here. So we've two there, we've three, 1, 2, 3, pick whatever one you want. What how I've got it is, take your middle 10mm out, and what I do, I think it's just super sexy, is this wee relay will go slide over the nut, okay, so sorry, slide over your bolt. And we then also have our other one. So this is our earth, so this here will act as earth, so that'll just basically slide on there, and I'll put the nuts on and I'll show you that in 1 wee second, because I can't hold the video and do it all at once, plus it'll be boring for you to see. So yeah, we'll just basically put these nuts on and I'll show you in a second. Okay, so there we have our nuts on. Okay, hopefully this is focusing, because this wee camera is not great. Well, it's a GoPro 10, but yeah. So as I say, we've got our earth wire, or I do anyway, under this one, and then we've got our relay down in there. So hopefully you can see that. So that's all into place. It ain't going anywhere. It's not going to get, unless you're going extreme off-road, and it's not going to get wet. If it is going to get wet at that stage, you're in trouble, because your fuse box and everything's getting wet. Anyway, it's well out of the way. So then what we have is our red wire. So what we do with our red wire is bring it round, down the side of the fuse box. Whenever we lift our cover here for our battery, sorry, get that out of the way, whenever I lift the cover off here for the battery, we've also got another 10mm here. If you just slacken that, and sorry, I've got another fuse in here ready. It's for the EGR electric what do you call it, roller, and it's amazing. So yeah, basically, if you can see that, put your red wire in underneath, and again just tighten that up, like so. Give it a proper tighten. I'm trying to do it with one hand, so it's not too easy. And then stick your cover down my EGR fuse, for it always gets in the way, until it cracks. Okay, so tidy up these wires a wee bit. I'm just doing this for purposes of the video. We've got just put them around, cable tie them up out of the way, do whatever. You don't need to, but it's not like they're ever going to move. So yeah, so that's, we've got our positive and our negative. It's as easy as that. Our relay's down there, sitting super sexy, super out of the way, super neat and tidy. None of this crap of sellotaping it. Believe me, the things I see, sellotape to the top of the battery, cable tied around to wiring looms or fuel lines that your mechanic's gonna have to take off whenever he's doing fuel filters. Believe me, I've seen it all. So yeah, I will now show you the next stage. This is for the reverse wiring loom I'm going to show next, but basically if you're fitting your normal LED God spit it out, pull your light bars or whatever you're doing. So what we have, if you've watched the other video of the description of how the loom works, you'll know. If not, that's okay. What we have is this blue wire. So what we'll do is either bring it over to, if you've decided to go on the passenger side for your main beam piggyback loom, plug that in there. That's as simple as that. This wee connector will just plug straight into it. You do have quite a length of wire there. You can make that shorter if you wish, that's up to you. You know, try and just have a bit of pride in your work. That's how I look at things. You know, whenever your mechanic opens the bonnet next, that sounds stupid, but you know, you want them to go, here, that's a good job, he done that, and you say, me. So yeah, so basically that's just going to go under the red, and as I say, completely ignoring the black on your main beam piggyback loom, because you don't need it. So that'll just go into your red of your main beam piggyback wiring loom. Or if you want, you know, you do have enough room to run that right across over onto the passenger side. You've more than enough room. So yeah, if you want to do any other way, you can do whatever you want with that. So then carrying on again, if you're just doing spotlights or LED bars, light bars in the front, you know, you've got your connections. That's it, connect them up, and that's you. Hey presto, it's as simple as that. Like, it's literally a 4 or 5 minute job. It's super easy. You've no messing about, you've no wires to cut, you've no which wire is it definitely that wire, is it not that wire. That's it. It is so super simple, and that's the beauty, I think, of my products, and the beauty of this system. So yeah, what we'll do is we'll continue on here in 1 wee second. If you're fitting just the light bars in the front, that's you. Go for it, go play with yourself at night. You're going to be shining bright like a diamond. If you are doing the reverse ones, keep watching and I'll show you what to do next with that. Okay, so cracking on again. In the reverse loom kit, you're going to get this big length of wire here. Okay, so on the end of it we have got a bunch of the wee bullet terminals there on that side. We've got a blue, we've got an earth, and we have got a brown. So the brown, I will label these as well at some stage. The brown is going to be live, so the brown is basically red. The earth color, as in yellow and green, is going to be your earth, so yellow and green to black, and blue goes to blue of our relay. So this is going to run the whole length of the car. What I would suggest would be in your passenger side wheel arch, there is this little flap here. What I have is I have it routed. Well, sorry, this is actually the GR wiring, but it's the same way. Oh, sugar. It's the same way. So if you look in underneath, this is my EGR wiring. I still have to cut the cable ties on it, but it just runs the full length down the chassis. What I did with this one is I went in underneath. So you've got your bolt here for your holding your body onto your chassis. I went up that side of it, which then brings it up, then brings it behind this cover here. You can actually see the corrugated, see it there. So this here is just rubber. This here pulled back that easy. If you want, you can take that off even and then screw it back on. They're just wee poppers. So that will bring your wiring up inside the car under the bonnet. Just do it nice and neat. I say there's the corrugated one that I've already ran up. I've clipped it into the clip holders and everything that's already on the car, so you don't need to fanny about making up things. and that'll bring it into this area here. So I will show you next what happens in there. Okay, so we have got obviously this big bunch of wire here. If you're doing the reverse, you don't need obviously this much wire built up here, so just get a cable tie. I'll even put a cable tie in the kit, because obviously some people don't have cable ties. Just get a cable tie and bunch that wee wiring together. Put your cable tie around, just holds it all nice and neat. Zip up your cable tie. Like so. Cut your tab off it obviously. So yes, now what we have is we have a wee selection of accessory wires here that we can plug into. So whenever going back to our Loom, that by this stage you'll have had it all pulled through. It's much easier to do. So we've got our two terminals here. So basically into either, sorry, remembering the color coordinates again. So black is going to be earth, so we're going to do black to earth. So either of the two black wires going into the yellow and green, so that pops in there. You'll hear a bit of a click. That's nice. I say you're not going to really get water up around here anyway, but you know, that's as pretty good as you're going to get. So that's your earth wire in. We're then going to have our live wire, which goes to our white. So plug your white into your brown, and again then we weatherproof, probably better saying. So yeah, so that's them connected up. This obviously, you know, cable tie this as well out of the way. So say, have pride in your work. That's what you should be doing. You never want to do a half-assed job. Yeah, that's basically leaving two other terminals obviously. I would put, I mean, they're not going to be going anywhere, you know. It's not like the car's going to be moving about. Put a wee bit of tape around it if you want, or a bit of what do you call it, heat shrink, you know, whatever, to keep it out of the way. I mean, cable tie it, just, you can just very neatly cable tie it down there out of the way, you know, anywhere really. There's loads of places down there to cable tie it to keep that Loom out of the way. So this obviously leaves us with our blue wire, the old magic blue. So on our wiring Loom, we've obviously got this big long ast. We don't need all that because we're just connecting here. So if you go along the Loom, there's actually a wee connector halfway along. Just pop that off. That gives you this remaining wire. Keep that, throw it in the bin, do whatever you wish with it. You don't need it for this. So that basically then leaves us our blue wire. Funny enough, we're actually got wires that match. We're just going to go blue to blue, pop it in. You again have this here bit of length of wire. I should actually even have said at the time, cable tie that up with your other lot, so it's nice and neat. So yes, it does look a bit messy here because it's very difficult whenever you're trying to do stuff with one hand and balance a GoPro sometimes with your chin. But yeah, so this is all going to be nice, neat and tidy. This is going to be running to the back of the car, which I will now show you what to do back there. Okay, so we're now at the back of the car, and hopefully you can see this. We've got our piggyback Loom connected in here. There is a point here, put a cable tie around it. I would do that. Keeps it from slapping about and keeps it all neat and super sexy. Excuse me. So we've obviously got our three wires here now. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to plug our existing piggyback wiring Loom. We're going to plug it in. Blue goes to red. So pop that in. That's going to be, whenever you put this in the reverse, this is going to send alive the whole way to the front of the car to say, go for it, we're in reverse, we need a bit more light. That's then going to send a far better controlled power down to these two lights, these two wires, sorry. So basically, connect your two, I'll put in two of these wee terminals. There's a video of how you crimp them. Use whatever terminals you want. You know, you can buy waterproof connectors on eBay, fill your boots, research it, have pride in your work, and connect your light bar up onto that. So basically your red on your light bar, or your spotlights, or whatever you've got, your red, your live, is going to go to your brown, and your earth, which is going to be black, is going to go to your household earth coloured wire, which is green and yellow. So that's it. Bob's your uncle, and if there's any questions, fire me a message on Facebook. Follow us, AutoVolt on Facebook. We're also on YouTube. And yeah, best of luck.